Welcome to the viewers for the lecture in the subject structural analysis. Now, in the recent lectures, we have been discussing about matrix flexibility method. Matrix flexibility method, as I told, there are two approaches. One is the element approach or transformation matrix approach, which is already available in lecture number 1 to 20. Now, this is by the direct approach or system approach, which is recently introduced in the syllabus. So, direct approach or system approach. So, those problems already we have done are on element approach or transformation matrix approach. So, here it is system approach or direct approach. So, in the direct approach of matrix analysis, we have done problems on propped cantilevers, continuous beams with a static indeterminacy 1, static indeterminacy 2, and also we have done one problem on a portal frame with 2 degrees of redundancy. Now, we will take one more frame on a frame. Right. Now, this is the problem. This is actually lecture number 119. So, this is the frame that is to be analyzed. Now, first we have to find out the degree of static indeterminacy. We know static indeterminacy is given by number of closed loops is 1 into 3 minus number of releases. Number of closed loop is 1 into 3 minus number of releases. So, here it is fixed. So, there is no release. That is, it is not free to move in the vertical direction, it is not free to move in the horizontal direction, also it is not free to rotate. Right. Now, coming to this, it can only rotate. The support C can only rotate. There is a rotational degree of freedom, or there is one release. Therefore, 1 into 3, number of closed loops into 3 minus number of releases is 1. Right. So, that is equal to 2. So, the structure is statically indeterminate to 2 degrees. Right. Now, first work is we have to make the structure as statically determinate, or we have to get the primary structure or statically determinate. Now, for this frame, there are number of ways of making the structure as a primary structure or statically determinate structure. One is, now we can make this as a hinge. We can convert this fixed end A as a hinged support. We can make this as a roller support. So, by making this as a hinged support, now it cannot take a moment. Now, you have applied a moment release. So, therefore, this is 1 degree of freedom, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is 1 degree of freedom. We have removed. Now, it cannot take any moment. Right. Now, here, previously it was a hinge. Now, we have placed on rollers. Therefore, it is free to move in the horizontal direction. So, this is treated as, the moment at A is treated as 1 redundant, and the horizontal reaction at 2 is treated as redundant. So, we have given 2 releases. Or we can place this on rollers and retain this hinged support. This support we are not disturbing. Right. Now, here when we place this on rollers, now it is free to move in the horizontal direction. We have given 1 release. Then it is also free to rotate. So, this is 1 release. This is second release. So, by removing the moment at A and the horizontal reaction at A, because by placing this on rollers, it can undergo both displacements. So, by removing 2 redundants, any 2 can be treated as redundant, and removing that, you can make the structure statically determinate. So, accordingly, which is redundant 1, redundant 2. Here, this is redundant 1, this is redundant 2. Or, what we can do is, we can remove the support. So, this is the problem. So we can remove the support at C. Right. Now, therefore, now here it can take a vertical reaction and also it can take a horizontal reaction. That we are removing. Therefore, we have to replace. So the redundants are the vertical reaction at C. VC is the redundant. So actually, this is the primary structure. Primary structure, and this horizontal reaction, this is another redundant. So HC. So these are, so with redundants. With redundants. So that is another way of making the structure statically determinate. We can do anything. Right. So that's about finding out the degree of redundancy and making the structure statically determinate. Right. Right. Now, next is that of the compatibility equation will be, that is A in flexibility matrix method, we use the compatibility equation A into F naught equal to A into F naught equal to minus of UIF. This is the compatibility equation. It's a compatibility. Compatibility equation. So the flexibility matrix consists of displacement coefficients. Right hand side is also displacements. We are going to find out the values for A matrix, and also we are going to find out the values for the displacement vector on the right hand side. These are the unknowns. So that's what we do. Right. Now here, since both sides consist of coefficients of displacements, as we have discussed earlier, there are number of methods. Now, for these frames, let us use unit load method. Let us use unit load method will be adopted. Right. Unit load method will be adopted for the calculation of displacements. Right. Now, for calculating displacements, say portion, origin, limits in meters, then M, then M1, then M2. Of course, there is no need for the column for moment of inertia because I is same. If I is different, suppose for one thing it is 2I, for other thing it is 3I, and etc. We have to provide a column. Here I is uniform, therefore this column for the moment of inertia is not needed. Right. So this is we have got two portions. That is from C to B, there is no change in the loading. Therefore, let us consider a section XX at a distance x from C. So, in between there is no change in the loading. Now, here we will take another section XX xx at a distance x from B. Between B and A also there is no other loading, therefore only there are two sections. So one portion is CB, one portion is CB for which origin is C, limits 0 to 6 meters because the length of the span is 6 meters, therefore it is 0 to 6, right. Now M is the bending moment due to, at any section, due to the given external loading. So first let us forget about say HC and VC, we will forget about these two values. So we will consider only the given external load, find out the bending moment at any section, right. Now when we consider the span CB, M equal to, M due to the external load equal to 36 into x by 2. So 36 into x by 2 will be a clockwise moment. We know right clockwise is negative. Therefore, it is minus 36 into x by 2. So this is equal to, so cancelling this 18. So minus 18 x square. This is mx. So right. So this is origin limits mx, right. Then M1. For M1 what we do is, this is the determinate structure or primary structure. Now in the primary structure what we do is apply the first redundant. First redundant is VC. First redundant VC. We do not know the value of VC, it is a redundant. So we apply VC equal to 1. Apply unit value of redundant 1. So first one is M, capital M is due to the given external loading. V1 is the redundant 1. So again same section. XX. This is x, and here also x, and this distance is x, right. Now due to the redundant 1, VC equal to 1. Now the bending moment any section in the portion CB is 1 into x, vertical force into horizontal distance for the section XX. VC 1 into x. So 1 into x is anticlockwise. So right anticlockwise is positive. Therefore it is 1 into x, or it is simply x. Right anticlockwise is positive, therefore 1 into x. Right. Now coming to the portion BA, for the portion BA. So from B to A, when we consider any point, the distance is same, 6 meters. So 1 into 6, that's all. 1 into 6 minus 1 into anticlockwise. Minus, that is anticlockwise. Anticlockwise means here it is positive. Therefore it is 1 into 6. Right. Now before going to the next one, we will consider the second portion is BA. Second portion is BA, for which B is the origin. We are measuring x from the point B. B is the origin. Again BA is 6 meters, 0 to 6 meters. And due to the external load, so M is due to the external load. External load is 36 kilonewton per meter in the primary structure. So 36 into 6, because when you consider any point in AB, the distance is 6 meters. Therefore 36 into 6 by 2. Again that is clockwise. Therefore minus 36 into 6 by 2 at any point between A and B, that is 36 into 6 into 6 by 2, the numerical value is minus 648 equal to minus 648. 648. Right. So that is about m. Right. Now, we have considered Vc, that is over. Now, to find out the value of M2 is due to unit value of redundant 2. So, redundant 2 is horizontal reaction Hc. Horizontal reaction Hc. So, apply Hc equal to unity. M2 is due to the redundant 2. Redundant 2 is the horizontal reaction at C. Right. Now, for the portion Cb, this is an axial force that will not cause any moment. Therefore, in the portion Cb it is 0. Now coming to BA, this is a horizontal force. So horizontal force into vertical distance. Horizontal force into vertical distance. Now it is to the right of the section. To the right of the section, this 1 into x is anticlockwise. We know right anticlockwise is positive. Therefore, 1 into x. So, this value equal to x. So, this tabulation will have to be clearly understood. What is m, what is m1, what is m2, how to apply the load and how to calculate the value. So, this if it is properly done, the calculations will be easier. Now, according to the unit load method, first we will find out the right hand side. Right hand side, it is the displacement. I means along coordinates along the redundants. I mean, you have to find out u1 and u2. u1 is the displacement along the redundant one, namely the vertical displacement. u2 is the horizontal displacement at the point C due to the external loading. So, u1f and u2f. So, we are going to find out only the displacements. Now, for getting the displacements, say uif values due to the external load. Right. So, u1f equal to integral m1 dx by ei by x. Now equal to, here for the portion CB, integration will be 0 to 6. So 0 to 6, m is minus 18x square, minus 18x square. So, this is the value of m equal to minus 18x square into m1. m1 is x. So, into x into dx by ei. There is no change in the value of I, therefore ei plus for the portion CB, for the portion BA. So, m is minus 648, limits 0 to 6 meters. Therefore, 0 to 6 meters, m is minus 648 into m1. m1 is 6. m1 is 6 into dx by ei. So, this is equal to we can do one more simplification. So, 18x square, this will become minus 18x cube dx by ei, first term, plus 0 to 6 on multiplication, 648 into 8 equal to minus 388 into dx by ei. The product of these two will be minus 3888 and dx by EI. This is equal to we can take 1 by EI outside, 1 by EI outside, because both cases that is the value. First one, it is minus 18 x to the power 4 by 4, x to the power 4 by 4, limits are 0 to 6, plus for the second term it is minus 3888 minus 3888 into x on integration. It will become x, and EI we have taken outside, therefore limits 0 to 6 meters. 0 to 6 meters. So that when we substitute the limits, upper limit is 6, 18 into 6 to the power 4 by 4 minus, now that has become elementary, anyone can easily do it. I will just give you the final value. So final value U1F equal to, on substituting the upper limit and lower limit for both terms, and simplifying, you will get minus 29,160 minus 29,160 by EI. This is one value. This is one. So we have got U1F, right. Now U2F. U2F, this will become M2 dx by EI. M2 dx by EI. Therefore, here M is same, but here M2 is 0. M2 is 0. Therefore, for the first term, it is 0 into 0. So this will get cancelled. For the second one, M is same, M2 is x. Therefore, this value equal to x. This value equal to x. Other limits, M, EI, everything is same. Everything is same. So this we have to integrate and simplify. Therefore, it is minus 648, 0 to 6, equal to, first term is 0, this is 0, you not worry about it. So here, minus 648x, 1 by EI we can take it outside, 1 by EI, minus 648, x will become x square by 2, that's all, 0 to 6 meters, 0 to 6. So on simplification, this value equal to minus 11,664 by EI. That is about the right hand side. So this is this value, right hand side. So this is the first value. We have got U1F and U2F, right. Right. Now, next is that of the A matrix. We know the size of the flexibility matrix is decided by the degree of static indeterminacy. Now, here the static indeterminacy is 2, therefore, the size of this matrix will be 2 by 2. 2 by 2. So, this will be 2 by 1, 2 rows, 1 column. We have got it. That we have got it. So, there are two redundants, namely F1 naught and F2 naught. F1 naught and F2 naught. We have to find out. Right. So, for 2 by 2, that is, let us say it is A matrix. A matrix. A matrix will be consisting of A11, A12, A11, A12, A21, A22. Now, A11 equal to, now we are going to get A11 by applying unit value of redundant 1. Actually, the term flexibility coefficient we know already. It is the displacement at coordinate 1 due to unit force at coordinate 1 only. We are applying unit force along coordinate 1 only. Displacement along coordinate 1 due to unit force along coordinate 1 only. Therefore, here this is equal to, so the bending moment M is due to unit load, second term is also due to unit load. Therefore, here we will find for the term M, small capital M, we use M1. For the second term also M1, M1 into M1, or you can say M1 square dx by EI, M1 square dx by EI, integral small m1 into m1 into dx by EI, dx by EI. So, this is equal to, for the first one, m1 is x, limits 0 to 6. So, 0 to 6, m1 is x and m1 square, therefore, x square dx by EI plus for the second portion also limits 0 to 6, and m1 is 6, So, m1 square into dx by EI. So, this will be equal to, and here also we can take 1 by EI outside, equal to 1 by EI. For the first one, it is x cube by 3, limits 0 to 6, plus for the second one, this value is 36. So, here 36 on integration, that will become 36x 0 to 6, 0 to. So, here also we have integrated. We had x square, we have written as x cube by 3. So, this is simply 36. So, it is 36 into x on integration. Substituting the limit, I will just write the value here. A11 will be equal to, A1 will be equal to 288 by EI. 288 by EI. That is A11. On simplification, this is equal to 288 by EI. Right. Next one is that of, so this we have got it, A11 we have got it. We know flexibility matrix is a symmetric matrix. When you multiply M1 by M2 integrate, or M2 and M1 and integrate, the value will be the same. Therefore, the next value will be A12 is also equal to A21. A21 equal to integral M1 M2 dx by EI. So, for the first one, this is the displacement at coordinate 1 due to unit force at coordinate 2, or this is displacement 2 due to unit force at coordinate 1, they will be equal. The matrix will be symmetric. Therefore, when you multiply, so for the first one, you have to multiply M1 and M2. For the second one, you have to multiply M2 and M1. The value will be the same. So, that we have to understand. Right. Now, this is equal to, for the first portion, M1 is there, but M2 is 0. Therefore, first term is 0 plus, because M2 is 0. Right. For the second one, it is 0 to 6, M1 is 6, M2 is x. So, it is 6 into x into dx by EI. So, this is equal to 1 by EI into, this will become 6 x square by 2 into 0 to 6. That we have to simplify. That value will be 108 by EI. 108 by, so this value is 108 by EI. 108 by EI. Therefore, A12 equal to 108 by EI. 108 by EI. Right. Now, A22 equal to integral M2 into M2, or you can say M2 square dx by EI. M2 square dx by EI. Right. Now, here for the first one, M2 is 0. Therefore, for CB, you need not worry. First one it is 0 plus. For the second one, M2 is x. Therefore, M2 square will be x square. M2 into M2 is x square. Limits 0 to 6 into dx by EI. That's all. This is equal to say x cube by 3 1 by EI 0 to 6. X square will become x cube by 3. So, that value will be equal to 72 by EI. 72 by EI. Now we have got all values for the A matrix. Now, we can substitute the values in the compatibility equation. Now, we just make use of the compatibility equation. A matrix will be in all cases 1 by EI is there. We can take 1 by EI outside. 1 by EI we can take it outside, equal to 1 by EI. A11 equal to 288. A12 or A21 equal to 108. So, this is 108. This is also 108. And A22 equal to 72. This is the left hand side. The redundants are F1 naught, F2 naught. We have applied without knowing the value of F1 naught and F2 naught. We have assumed unit value of F1 naught and F2 naught in getting the A matrix. Right. Equal to minus half minus 29 minus 160, and here also we can take EI outside. We can take EI. We can take EI outside. 1 by EI. And this value A12 equal to minus 11664. It is minus 11664. Now, for getting the redundants, we have to solve this equation, compatibility equation. So, F1 naught, F2 naught equal to F1 naught, F2 naught equal to this minus also we can make it as plus. Minus into minus, minus and minus, we can make it as plus. So, they will become plus. Now, this when goes to the right hand side, it is EI by 1 into the inverse of this. The inverse will be inverse of this value will be 1 by determinant. 1 by determinant equal to 1 by 288 into 72 minus 108 into 108. This is 1 by determinant. So, when this goes to right hand side, I have skipped one step. Normally I used to write A inverse then I will do it. Now here I am skipping one step. I am not writing this on the right hand side and inverse, that I have skipped. So directly just I am giving the value. So the inverse of that will be 1 by determinant into the adjoint. Adjoint will be 72 will go here, 288 will come here. So this is 72, this is 288, and these two sign will be changed. This is minus 108, this is also minus 108. So that is A inverse, that is A inverse into the value f, that is equal to 1 by EI, 1 by EI. You will change the sign, therefore 29 160 and 11 664. That's about the value. So EI will get cancelled. So this value equal to 1 by 9072, this value. This is 9072 into this value will be 72 into 29 160 minus, because this is minus, otherwise it is plus 108 into that value will be first value, second value, multiplying and simplifying, we get 839808, 839808, first value. Right. Now coming to the second one. So minus 108 into the first value, then plus 288 into second value, 288 into second value. So that value equal to 209952, 209952. So that is, so now this divide by this and this divide by this. So this value will be equal to 92.571, 92.571 and 23.143. Actually, this is our VC, this is our HC, F1 naught and F2 naught. So this is F1 naught, F1 naught is our VC, this is F2 naught is our HC. So these are the values of the redundance. Right. Now our frame is this 6 meters subjected to UDL of 36 kilonewton per meter. So this is the fixed end A, this is B, this is C. Here we know this is the vertical reaction. Vertical reaction here is 92.571 kilonewton. The horizontal reaction is 23. We are getting the positive sign, therefore the direction that is assumed bias is correct, otherwise we will be getting with the negative sign. So 23.143 kilonewton. So that's about the redundance that we have got it. Right. Now we have to calculate the moment values. Moment MC equal to 0, because that is hinged support. Even otherwise, this force will not cause any moment at C. This force also will not cause any moment at C. Therefore, MC equal to 0. MC equal to 0. Now coming to MB. MB equal to, this is 6 meters. This is also 6 meters. So 92.571 into 6 is anticlockwise. Anticlockwise is positive. Therefore, 92.571 into 6 meters. Anticlockwise, therefore it is positive. Coming to UDL, UDL will cause a clockwise moment. Therefore, right clockwise is negative, and minus 36 into 6 into 6 by 2. So this is MB, and MB equal to minus 92.574 minus 92.574 kilonewton meter. MA equal to here, MA equal to this 92.571 will cause an anticlockwise moment, therefore that is positive. Therefore 92.571 into 6 meters, and there is a horizontal force. This horizontal force into vertical distance, that will also be anticlockwise. Therefore that is also plus 23.143 into 6 meters, and due to the UDL, the moment will be clockwise, therefore it is minus 36 into 6 into 6 by 2. So this on calculations will give you MA equal to 6.284. See, every method will give a change in the decimals only, because in the other problem by some other method this may be 46.244 or 46.444, like that. The decimals only, there will be a slight deviation depending upon the accuracy that we adopt in the calculations. Right. Now we have got MA, MB, that is in the frame. So we have to adopt the same sign convention, the plotting also. So as far as beams are concerned, tension minus means tension at the top. So here it is 0, and here it is 92.574 minus. Now coming to the column, again tension means outside. So this value is 92 point something, this value is also 92 point something, and here this is plus 46.284. So that means tension on the inside here, on the inside. So this is 46.284 kilonewton meter. So this is the support moment diagram. This is only the support moment diagram. Now on this we have to superimpose the simply support moment diagram, that is WL square by 8. WL square by 8 equal to 36 into 6 square by 8. 36 into 6 square by 8 will be 162 kilonewton meter, that is 162 kilonewton meter. Therefore we can draw a parabolic moment diagram. So the total is 162, or we can find out the net value. The net value here will be 162 is the maximum value, minus, it varies from 92 to 0. So minus 92.574 by 2 average. See, it varies from 92.574 to 0, it will be by 2 at the center. So this on calculation will give 115.713 kilonewton meter. So this is one way of doing the calculation. This is our usual plotting of bending moment diagram. Usual way of plotting the bending moment diagram is like this. Also, we can find out the bending moment at the center. Well, let us call this as D. Call this as D. MD equal to 92.571 into 3 up to the center, and this will not cause any moment. This will cause a moment. So minus 36 into 3 by 2. So this will straight away give you the value as 115.713. This will be with the plus sign. Therefore, when you plot the bending moment diagram for this beam, we can plot the support moment diagram. So this is 92.574, and at the center, since it is plus, since this value is plus means tension at the bottom, so we have to plot the value here. This value, this is the point where we are likely to get confused on seeing the diagram. So this value will be 115.713. So if this is taken in terms of x, this in terms of x by 2, it will be quadratic. So then we will be plotting the diagram as a parabola, like this. So this is the other way of plotting the bending moment diagram for the beam BC. Here also, when we extend this line, if it is needed, extend this line. So when this value, namely 92.574 by 2 is added, here also we will find the total value will be 162 kilonewton meter. So the bending moment diagram may be like this or may be like this. If this is given, because we know the method, strain energy method or unit load method will straight away give you the value, positive value. Therefore, so this is the bending moment diagram for the frame. So we can just hatch the diagram. So this completes the analysis of one more frame by matrix flexibility method, namely direct approach or system approach. So thank you for your patience.